chosen ones. Protect my phone. Make sure my phone don't fall in this water. Look, I'm tightening it up. Like, I gotta make sure. I don't trust it, so I'm just gonna hold it right here. I'll sit right here. Chosen ones. Listen, how is everybody doing? Is everybody okay? I'm trying to get over here. Let me see. I'll get here. Get over here. I'm outside in my favorite place. You all know I like to be outside. I'm leaning against the pole, waiting on my daughters to get ready. I bet they're probably watching like, she's always telling people about us. I don't tell them everything about you all. I just mention my daughters, okay? I know they're probably watching. How is everyone doing? Come on in, chosen one. Listen, I had to come give you all this message. How's everyone doing? I can't see how many people. Okay, yes. 6 people are here. How is everyone? I'm out. You know I love the outdoors. It's so beautiful out. Look, it's so beautiful. I love being outside. I probably should have left my purse in the car, but I brought it with me. Chosen ones. How is it going? Now let me know you're there. Let me know. Say hello to me. Say hi to me in the chat. I'm up. It seems like a Saturday. Hey, Nikki. Hi, cousin. It seems like a Saturday. Look. Oh, my goodness. And I forgot it was Friday. I'm thinking it's a Saturday. I got up, caught myself going to look for a few yard sales, and I'm like, it's Friday. It is not Saturday. I don't need to be going to look for nobody's stuff. Get in their junk. Hi, Matt. How you doing, Matt? Have you been going to the membership, Matt? I haven't been seeing you. I've been trying to keep you all updated. How is everything going with everyone? I'm up. I went and got my car cleaned this morning. And then what else did I do? Oh, I went to Costco. I had to go get me some honey. I love the organic honey. I don't know if it's organic or organic, but they say it's organic. So I went and got some honey because I love making my tea every morning. Do you all like tea? I like making tea every morning, and I like putting honey and lemon in there. So I had to go to Costco. I ran out. That's okay. That's okay, Kenyatta. No pressure, dear. So I went to Costco, went to get my car cleaned, and then now I'm waiting for my girls to get ready. We're going to head out a little bit today. But listen, chosen ones, I just had to come and talk to you all. I just, wanted to come talk to you all to let you know it is so freeing and powerful when you do this here. It is so freeing and powerful when you give people back their stuff. When you let them keep their stuff. Hey, Shay Love. When you don't let people and their issues, when you don't take on when you don't take on people's issues, it is freeing to give people back their stuff. It's freeing and powerful to give people back the issues they have with themselves so you can be free. It's powerful when you can do that. When people want to come bringing you their stuff, their attitudes, their nasty looks, their issues that they have with themselves, because, they hate to see the light on the chosen one. We be glowing and stuff. I just be walking and I be watching people watch me. Look, I be watching people watch me. They see that little light on you, see that I'm smiling and, my face radiating. And I keep on about my business. Listen, y'all have to learn to let people keep their stuff. Don't pick up nobody else's stuff. Don't give a person an ounce of your attention, an ounce of your energy. Because, people like to take from the chosen ones. Have you ever noticed that? People like to take from us. The takers like to take because we are givers. And they'll take anything from you. They'll take your energy. They'll take your time. They'll take your attention. Anything that you will give them, they will take it from you. Your mind. Yes. That's why you're drained. That's why you're drained. That's why you have to learn to give your goods and your goodness to the right people, so it can refuel and charge you, so you can be recharged. I hope that that blower is not over, shadowing my voice. Oh yeah. Have you ever noticed that? Like, they'll take anything from anything you give them. People will take it from you. Your money, time, love, attention, anything. So you have to be careful. You have to be. That's why I talk about healing a lot, and I come and I bring these videos so you know that you're not alone, and that people can relate to what you got going on. Yes, they'll drain you of everything, Shay Love, if you let them. This is why I'm talking about this right now. It is freeing and powerful when you can learn to give people their stuff back. When you can give people their stuff back, or you can let them keep their stuff. And the reason, the chosen ones, let me tell you why you took on so much. You took on so much of other people's issues, because you were broken yourself. You had some similar issues. You had a people-pleasing spirit. You had that people-pleasing spirit on you. You had that rejected spirit. You didn't want to be, you didn't want to be rejected. You want everybody to like you. You want to be liked. And no matter what you do, chosen ones, you're not going to be liked. I'm sorry. Let me just bust your bubble. Let me bust your bubble. I don't care what you do, how nice you are. I don't care what you do, how nice you are. People are not going to like you. They're going to find some type of fault in you. And you have to be okay with that. That's just how it is. That's part of one of the that's one of the liabilities of being a chosen one. That's one of the liabilities. You got some liabilities as a chosen one. People are not going to like you for no reason. Have you ever went around somebody? Have you ever been around somebody and you just walked on the scene? You just walked up and they give you all this attitude for no reason. That's because you're chosen. They see that light on you and they don't know what it is. So they think it's arrogance. They think it's, cockiness. That's what they think it is. The chosen ones will never be arrogant. We're too humble of a person, of a people, to be arrogant. But because you have that light on you, they don't like that. They don't like that light. I don't care what you look like. Chosen ones don't have to look a certain way. They don't have to be a certain size. They don't have to be a certain size. They don't have a certain waist size and look a certain way. If you're chosen, you're chosen. Yeah, Shay, they want to dim your light. They don't care as long as they see that light on you. Listen, as long as they can see that light, and see, people think a chosen one is just this, what society says, that has to look a certain way, dress a certain way, all these extras. No, chosen ones just got an internal light. They were born with that light. They were born with it. That's why so many people tried to destroy them from a baby, from their youth. They've been through a lot from their youth. They were born with that light. You can't go get that light. You can't go let nobody ordain you with that light. The light is in you. It was born. It came with you. When you came to the world, it came with you. Yes, it did. It came with you. So people try to dim it, and they can't dim it. You just got to find out who you are. You just have to know who you are as a chosen one. But once you realize who you are as a chosen one, and you get your power back, and you stop allowing people to dump their issues on you, I don't think nobody want to. That's the chosen one you don't want to mess with. You don't want to mess with the chosen one who has discovered their power. Listen, when you find the chosen one who has discovered their power and they know who they are, you got hell on your hands. And it's not in a negative way. You got hell on your hands, because you will never be able to devour that chosen one again. A person will not be able to do things to that chosen one that they were able to do before. Oh no, they won't. They won't be able to do anything to that chosen one. Once that chosen one wake up, and let me tell you, this is the only way you're going to wake up. Let me tell you how you're going to wake up. God has to send someone to you to wake you up. A person has to be sent in your life to wake you up and to let you know who you are. You have to go through some type of abuse, unfortunately. I'm sorry, you have to go through some type of abuse where this person was so, mean and abusive to you. They have to teach you who you are. Not saying you want to go through that. No, you don't have to put yourself through that, but that's what I'm telling you. You didn't know, right? You didn't know who you were, or you don't know who you are. So you end up getting in situations where, the situation is subpar. The situation is substandard, right? But that lesson and that person has come to wake you up. Yes, they have. They came to wake you up. Yes, you got to be woke up. You have to be woke up to who you are. Yes, and that's the thing, Shay. When that person comes into your life and wake you up, you're not going to have any other choice but to run to God. You have to run to God, and He's going to be the one to give you your strength. He's going to be the one to renew you. Oh, I'm not saying you doing this on your own. I never say that. God is the only way. That is the only way He's going to rescue you, God, because you're going to be so hurt and broken that you're going to run to God. It's so sad. Let me tell you, we don't know how to go to God when we're doing good. When we're doing good. Hey, Michelle, when we're doing good, when we're, life is happening positive for us. No, God got to take us through some pain. We have to experience pain. I won't say God. He can use that. Sometimes we just have to experience pain to wake us up. We have to experience pain. And experiencing that pain is going to run us to the feet of our Father. We're going to search and seek God. And then He's going to reveal to us what we experience. He's going to give us our power. He's going to give us our power. Because sometimes, somebody got to come, basically, drag us through the mud. They got to drag us through the mud. Then we realize, we needed God all this time. But that's okay. He know how to get us. He know how to get us to, to depend on Him. One thing about God, He know how to call us. Unfortunately, some people don't make it. Some people, take it out and say that God allowed them to go through what they went through and they're upset about it, instead of reaching out to God and asking God to renew them and asking God to use this for the benefit of someone else, right? They blame God. They blame God for their shortcomings and their abuse and what they've gone through, that they lost somebody. They blame Him for things. They blame him for things. And we have to look at ourselves. We made a decision. God just came to rescue us. We made them decisions. We ignored God. We got to be honest. A lot of us chosen ones, we ignored the red flags. We ignored them because we were not healed. We stayed longer than we should have stayed. We did. Let's tell the truth, shame the devil. Be honest. Be honest. God was giving you plenty of ways out, but you didn't want to take that way because you wanted what your flesh wanted. You wanted what you wanted. You did. You wanted what your flesh was asking for. And as a result, you had to pay the consequences for that. But He still came. He's so graceful and merciful. He still came and rescued you. He still came and rescued you. But we have to realize, just because God is full of grace and mercy, there are still consequences for our actions. There are still consequences for our actions and our disobedience. We can't forget that, We can't, just because God is graceful, we can't forget there are consequences for our actions. That's just like somebody, say for instance, somebody unalived someone. I don't want to say the word here. Somebody unalived an innocent person for no reason because they were hurting. And the family is asking for a pardon for the person because the family has forgiven that person, right? Because they understand that the person was, hurting and in pain. And as a result, they hurt the family that is, grieving. So yes, the family could forgive the person who unalived someone, but the justice system is still going to do what the justice system does. That person is going to have to suffer the consequences. and they may have to go to prison, you know? So just because somebody forgive you, you still have to go through those consequences. And that's what chosen ones, we have to experience that pain. We have to experience loss of things, you know? We have to experience those things. It's hot out here. Yes, we have to experience those things. Hello, Oakland, California. Backhand Demaria, how are you doing? I was trying to see because the sun is out. Trying to see who's here. Mrs. G, where are you? It's raining like crazy. Where are you? I hope my little glasses don't break. These my little Shein glasses. Well, that's what I want to come talk to you all about. I didn't want to be here long. Just it's freeing, and it's so powerful when you heal and you give people back their stuff. You let people keep their stuff. You work on you and you let people keep their stuff. You let people work out their issues. Hi, Jacqueline. Yes. Sometimes, we be afraid to let go of things and people because we think it's going to go a certain way, or we think it's going to play out a certain way, when letting go is the very thing that you need. Letting go is probably the best thing. You ever saw that little, y'all saw that little, I thought it was a bug. And this my dress thing. I thought that was a bug. I was finna fight. Look, I was finna fight out here. I forgot this dress had strings on it. This is a dress and it has little strings on it. But you ever saw that meme where this little girl was holding a teddy bear? And the picture, it was insinuating that God was reaching for the little bear to give her a bigger bear. But she was afraid to let go of the little bear. And that's how it is with the chosen ones. We be so loyal and we're so committed. We don't be want to let go because we be afraid of the unknown. And God be telling us all the while to let go. He got something better for us. What we thought we couldn't get over, what we thought that was the best thing since sliced bread, God is trying to show us he got something better. But in order to get the better, you got to let go. And we don't be want to let go because our loyalty, that's how our loyalty kept us in situations that we should have been left. But see, we be so loyal and committed regardless of what a person is doing to us. I don't know why we're like that, chosen ones. I don't know why we're like that. We're so loyal and we're so committed and feel like we're obligated that we don't want to let go. We don't want to let go, but you got to build. Listen, unfortunately, because you're a cheerleader, Victoria, you're probably a motivator. You're probably someone that feel that, you'll congratulate them because, everybody don't have people to support them. We all want that affirmation and we all want validation and stuff. That's just human nature. But some people probably share their accomplishments with you because you probably tell them good job, or you're happy for them because you're probably not a hater, Victoria. And they just be needing words of encouragement to let them know they did something good because they don't have family to celebrate them. That's all. That's probably why. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. People do me like that all the time, and I'm always happy for people, But, yes, I was saying that I don't know why the chosen one's so loyal. We don't want to let go. People could be dogging us out, doing us wrong, and we still be trying to stay committed. Oh, they'll get it right. One day they'll come around and they just be dragging us through the mud and we still trying to hold on. We in the mud being drugged by our hair. Look, they dragging us through the mud. We still trying to hold on. Look, I'm sorry I had to be all hilarious, but they dragging us by our ponytail. Back in the days, the hood, the girls just get in the fight, and if you got long hair, them girls used to pull your hair and they used to drag you. They used to be dragging you and hitting you, So that's how they do us. They be dragging us through the mud and we still trying to hold on. We kicking. Don't want to let go. I'm coming. I don't know why we like that, but we got to heal. We got to that's not healthy. We have to heal so we can stop doing that. We shouldn't have to be drugged through the mud. Because, you know, if people don't see your value in the beginning, right? If they don't see, you know, your value in the beginning, they're not going to see it, right? They're not aligned with you, right? Yeah, Shay, I believe that too. But sometimes, you know, we got to have some righteous indignation. You know, God got mad too now. He got mad at the children of Israel when they was going and you know, carving out other images and being disobedient. We can't always, you know, stay in that place, because we got emotions. We got emotions, and there are seasons to things. And we can't stay allowing them to drag us through the mud. One day we're going to have to get up out the mud, and we have to stand firm. And that's not a physical dragging you through the mud, but that's a spiritual dragging you through the mud, the emotional dragging you through the mud. You know, sometimes we have to get up out of that, because it's not healthy. Because the longer you stay being drugged through the mud with someone, you won't be able to focus on your purpose. That's why a lot of you are stuck, because you're stuck because you're staying in the mud with the person, and God is trying to call you to stand so He can deliver you, and so you can fulfill your purpose. So you can fulfill your purpose. But yes, that's what I want to talk to you all about. It is so freeing. When I tell you, it's so freeing when you finally give people their stuff. Listen, when you give people their stuff, and when you be okay with letting go, it's freeing. You have to let go. Like I said, with that meme, when a little girl didn't want to let go of that bear, you have to be able to let go so you can know what's on the other side. It's scary. Oh yes, it's scary, because you're so used to certain things. One thing about chosen ones, we're so loyal, and we can be so used to things even if it's not working. We'll be so committed to something even if it's not working, even if it's toxic. We'll be so committed to that thing. We're just that loyal. We see that it's not going to work. We see that it's not working, but we still want to be loyal. It's just in us. I don't know why. We're like that. And you know, unfortunately, people can sniff that out on us as a chosen one. They know our loyalty. They know that we're loyal. They know that we're loyal. Yes, they do. They know that we're loyal. Yep. So I got to get ready to go. See, that sun is out. I got to get ready to go. Let me go back under here. I don't think I could see you all. And I'll just end the video underneath the little shade, the little gazebo over here. A little pier. But yeah, they know. Thank you, Victoria Hunt, dear, for the $4.99 super chat. But they know that you know, you're loyal. And sometimes we be afraid. We'll commit to dysfunction before we go out and search and seek the unknown. And we act as if what's out there is worse than what we're experiencing. Come on now, chosen one. We got to wake up. It's a clarion call. I'm here to wake you all up. Take your chances on the unknown. You don't know what you're going to get out there. But I'm sure it's better than what you're going through. Come on now. I'm sure it is better than what you're going through, what you're experiencing. And once you get to that point where you're willing to let it all go, you're going to free yourself. I'm telling you, you're going to free yourself. That's a powerful move to make. Like, you don't know, but you just allowing God to hold your hand and walk you step by step. You don't know what you're going to get. It's scary to let go. It is. It is. It's scary to let go. It is so scary. It is scary. But we act as if what we're going through is better than what we can discover. Thank you so much, Tyrinia, for the $5 super chat, dear. Yes, we act as if what we have is better than the new that we can discover. The newness. Sometimes you need newness. Sometimes you need to start over. Sometimes you need to start over. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. That's probably the best thing you can do. Just imagine if you start over. You got peace over there. You got joy over there. You have wealth. You got to put your mind on the possibilities. That's what you have to do. Oh yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to put your mind on the possibilities. Oh no, keeping it simple, honey, with area. No, I don't know what that means. I'm not a dream interpreter. But you can ask God to, to reveal it to you. You can ask God. You're welcome, Tyrenia. You can ask God. One thing about it, you can ask God anything. You don't need anyone else. And one thing about me, I'm not going to talk and speak on things I don't know. I'll be glad to say, nope, I don't know that. Look, I'll be like, I don't know that. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, just ask him. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. But yes, but what I was saying is you got to imagine the possibilities. You got to imagine yourself being free from bondage. You got to imagine peace is on the other side. You got to imagine joy is on the other side. Imagine opposite of what you're going through. Whatever you're going through, you have to imagine opposite of that. If you're going through a hard time, you have to set your mind on the possibilities. That's why the enemy keep us wrapped up in negative thinking. That's why he keep us wrapped in fear, because he knows our mind is possible. He knows our mind is powerful. He knows, as the word says, as a man thinketh, so is he. He know if you can get your mind up out of that negativity and you can focus on positivity, if you can renew your mind, that's why the enemy keep y'all emotionally bound. That's why he keep us in fear as a chosen one. He loved to project fear. That's why I had to speak to that fear. I had to tell fear, no, I'm not going to bow to you. All things are possible. I had to start reminding him of what God said in his word. Yes, he targets our mind, Shay. That's why, listen, I'm going to let y'all know something. I'm not a Bible scholar. I don't know the Bible. I don't remember scriptures, how people could recite scriptures. You know what I remember? The scriptures that I can fight the enemy with. That's what I remember. I remember the faith scriptures. Hebrews 11:1, Matthew 21 and 22. I try to remember those scriptures. That's going to help me fight the enemy when he's trying to target my mind. Though, that Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I remember that one. Okay, I remember the ones I can fight with. I don't be trying to remember the whole Bible. I read it and study, but I don't be trying to remember. I remember the ones that I can fight with. Because the enemy is always trying to fight us in our mind. That's why he keep us emotionally bound in these toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic situationships. Because if you have your mind so occupied on that relationship and that toxicity, how are you going to go and remember some Hebrews 11:1? How are you going to remember Matthew 21 and 22? How are you going to remember all things work together for those who believe? How are you going to remember? Because you're so drained and bound. I was checking the text to see if my girls were ready. But yeah, you can't remember. That's why he want to keep you. He wants to keep you bound and emotionally. He likes to play on your emotions, because wherever your emotions are, wherever your emotions flows, your energy is going to go. That's why he send these toxic relationships, because you're going to be worried. You're always worried about this person, what they're doing, where they're going, the lies, trying to check their phone, trying to see what's going on. That's foolishness. Yes, that's foolishness. He wants you to stay in that place. That's how he controls you. Yes. I'm trying to see my phone. My light just went out. The lighting just, he wants to keep you in that place. He wants to keep you in that place. You're always worried. Keep you in the world of gossiping. That's why the word tell us don't be gossiping and stuff. Because if your life is consumed with that, you can't do and fulfill the good things that God has for you. Because you're speaking out this negativity, so it's going to come back to you. You worried about what's going on TV. You worried about what's going on this show, that show. in somebody's life and you can't focus on your purpose, you can't focus on healing yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the enemy loves keeping us in fear. If he can keep you in fear, he can control you. You will never be able to fulfill your purpose because you will be too afraid to take the next step. Yes, he tell us that, Tyrenia. And see, I didn't understand all that. The more I started healing, educating myself, getting in his word, and I started understanding that, because that stuff keeps you locked and trapped. It keeps you focused on things that don't even mean nothing. Don't mean nothing to life. And then when you look up, you see you wasted all of your life just on unnecessary stuff. Unnecessary things and people that really don't have any meaning. Don't have any meaning to what you have going on. Not saying people are not valuable, but just the negativity. Right? Some people thrive. You ever notice some people thrive off, I don't know why let me see, I'm gonna get my, I'm trying to adjust my brightness. Yeah. Renew your mind. Jacqueline, if you're caught up into foolishness, people like to keep you in the foolishness. Then they get mad at you when you don't want to be involved with it. You ever notice people like that? As long as you were negative, hello JR, how are you doing, dear? Haven't seen you in a while on here. Are you okay? How was everything? I pray all is well with you. Have you ever noticed people loved you as long as you was gossiping with them? As long as you was just being negative, you called them with some tea. Girl, I got some tea. I got some juice. Let me tell you about such and such. Let me tell you what I heard. Let me tell you. People loved you when you had that type of energy. But once you heal, let me tell you about the chosen ones. Once the chosen ones heal and you get to a place where you don't want to even be on the phone with people who don't, it's like you ever been on the phone with a person that all they do is gossip, and once you're on the phone with them, there is no positive exchange. You'll say, you know what, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. I got something to do. You'll just get off the phone quick because you don't want to be involved. You don't want that type of energy to drain you. You don't want that type of energy to drain you. But see, sometimes we get so loyal, we don't want to let people go because some of these people been in our lives for so long, but they are not changing. They're not changing, so we don't want to let people go. We don't want to. Hold on. Let me clean my camera. Yeah, we don't want to let people go. Hold on, you all. There we go. That's better. We don't want to let people go because we're so loyal. And they're not growing. They talk about the same things you've been talking about 30 years ago. They haven't changed. Nothing positive. You can't even talk to them about business stuff. You can't talk to them about God. You can't talk to them about nothing you have positive going on because they too busy gossiping and trying to tell you what happened to this person and what happened to that person. It's always something negative. Who died? Who this and who that. And it's never anything positive. Thank you so much, JR, for the $10 super chat. Yes, you don't have time for foolishness, Jacqueline, because your time is valuable. Your time is valuable. And I understand why wealthy people pay to keep and retain their time. I understand why rich people will pay some people to do the small things. They'll pay people to cook for them. They'll pay people to clean for them because that frees up time for them. We look at it as, I don't want nobody cooking my food. I don't want nobody cleaning for me. I clean my own house. I don't want nobody to wash my underwear. We look at it as if that's something we have to do. But wealthy people understand that's taking up my time. If I don't have to do it, if I could, what they call that thing when you give it to someone, if I can delegate, if I could pay someone to do it, they can do it. And if I had the money, I would pay people to do certain things. I'm serious. I would pay people to do certain things. I surely would. And cooking would be one of them. I would pay somebody to cook for me some healthy meals. I would hire me a person to cook me and my family some healthy, organic meals. Yes, I would. And I wouldn't feel bad about that because times are changing. Thank you so much, JR, for the $10 super chat, dear. Times are changing. Times are changing. That's why sometimes people get to the end of their life and realize they really haven't lived. Anything could happen to us. Anything could happen, and we just wasting our time fighting with people who don't want to grow, fighting with people who don't want to enjoy life. I want to enjoy life. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy life and laugh and have fun and create. I've always been that way. Create some crazy things. Crochet or something, anything. Listen, I'm gonna bring you all Saturday. I'm gonna try to do a what that thing called? I'm trying to do a little vlog, and I'm gonna post it. Probably post it in the group membership, since they're paying. But I'm starting a salsa on Saturday. It's a free class, like a little demo class. I'm gonna start that, and then I'm gonna start that class, and then I'll bring you all along. Yeah, I'll bring you all along with me. I'm excited about it. I used to do it years ago with my neighbor, but she moved back to Puerto Rico. I used to go with her, and I miss her. Yep, we used to go all the time. So I'll be starting that back, and I'm excited. Yeah, like do things that you always wanted to do. Do things that's going to bring you joy. Sometimes we think we need people to enjoy life. You don't need. Who taught us? Who taught us that you need someone else to enjoy life with? Where do we get that from? Who taught us that we need another person to come with us? You know where that comes from? You know where that comes from? Let me tell you. That comes from abuse. That comes from being rejected. That comes from having an abandonment spirit where you always feel like, thank you, Shay Love, where you always feel like you got to have someone else tagging along with you. As the old folks used to say, we came in this world by ourselves, and we're going to leave this world by ourselves. We're going to leave. That's why I say you got to renew your mind. Renew your mind so you can see. Look, I told you, I love being by myself. I love going places by myself because I get to be me. I don't have to be what nobody else want me to be. I can go and enjoy things. I could just I could be happy. I could be myself. I'm free, right? I can enjoy myself. It's so freeing when you can do that. Some people just feel like, I used to be like this. Put a 1 in the chat if you used to be like this. I used to be like this, and I stopped. I stopped back in 2008 because I got tired of being that thing stood up. I got tired of being stood up. I had these friends where we would plan something, and we would plan the thing out, and then close to when it's time to go, they don't renege. They can't go for whatever reason. That's why we planned it out. We planned it out so you can take, and I know things happen. Don't get me wrong. Life happens. Things happen. Sometimes you can't do certain things, but to go and do the same thing, to have the same issue all the time, no, you just don't want to go. You just don't want to go. But put a 1 in the chat if you were like this. You would not go places if someone was supposed to go with you and they didn't go. Put a 1 in the chat. I used to be like that. I used to just cancel all my plans until I stopped this. Hold on. Remember, years ago, I went to see D.L. Hughley. My girls are ready to go, so I'm going to let you all walk with me to my car. I had planned on going to see D.L. Hughley with a friend, and I had bought tickets, too. I had paid for the tickets. In the last minute, she was like, she couldn't go because she'd have a babysitter, and that's understandable. But I was upset because I'm like, we planned it out, and I really wanted to go, right? So guess what I did? I got my little self ready. That was years ago. I got my little self ready, and I went by myself. I'm not a drinker, but I ended up sitting beside this couple. It was a husband and wife. I ended up sitting beside them. Don't you know them people bought me food? I mean, you would have thought I was with them. And I'm so glad I went. They bought me food. They were trying to get me to drink. I don't drink. But they was like, buy me a little virgin. I said, you get me a virgin daiquiri. Also, they bought me virgin daiquiris. I don't know if they were swingers or not. I don't think they were swingers. Look, I don't think they were trying to get me to go home with them though, because they was genuinely nice people. I didn't feel that little vibe on them, because sometimes people have that little vibe on them, and they try to be out, do all this little devilish stuff. No, we ain't gonna be doing that. But they were real nice people. Yeah, they were real nice people, and they really took care of me. Yep, they really, really took care of me. And it was from this rich part of Florida, because I remember them telling me where they were from. And they looked like they came from money, They looked like, and they were just happy. Those were some happy people. And I'm glad I went. Just imagine if I would have not went. I would have missed out on the opportunity to meet some decent people. I don't remember their names. We didn't exchange phone numbers or anything like that. But we didn't exchange phone numbers or anything like that, but they were good company. And from that time on, guess what I said? I would not plan anything with anyone. Or no, if I plan anything with anyone, I can't see y'all comments. I'm walking to my car. I said, if I plan anything with anyone and they don't go, I'm still going. I am still going. Same thing happened when I planned a cruise when I graduated from graduate school. I never really did anything for myself. I really never celebrated. So what I said, I was going to take myself on a cruise, and I had asked a coworker to go and one of my cousins. But the coworker, the girl who I asked to go, she said she wanted to go. No, she said she wanted to go. Now, I didn't ask her. She said she wanted to go. So I said, that's fine. So she said she wanted to go. But last minute, like I said, guess what happened? She canceled the plans. And that caused our booking to go up. Because, on cruises, you have to pay. It's cheaper if plenty of people go. It was going to be the three of us, and we got a room together. So she ended up saying she didn't want to go. Instead of saying that she couldn't go and, she needed to cancel, she just started acting all funny and stuff for no reason. I'm like, we're adults here, Just say, I can't go, and this, that, and the other came up. But instead, she just started avoiding me. Instead of just saying, okay, I can't go, something came up, or I can't afford it, Like, people just, they, see, I don't made it to my car. People just don't know how to communicate, and they don't understand certain things. Exactly. All right, Rose. Yeah, dear. Yeah, people don't understand that, hey, Shakila. I can see some of you now. Shakila. Hey, Rose. Jacqueline. I saw you, Jacqueline. But yeah, people just don't know how to just say, communicate. I'm sorry, I won't be able to go. Don't just get this attitude and avoid people and, just communicate. If you can't go, you can't go. But my point was, whether or not my cousin would have went, and she would have went, or, I was going to go. I was going to go. I didn't care. And I made up my mind after the D.L. Hughley thing. I know, right? After the D.L. Hughley thing, event, the show, I said, I promised myself, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let life pass me by because people don't want to do things with me. And I went on that cruise. Me and my cousin, we had us a good old time, too. We really had a good time. But, yeah, I said, you know what? I got to stop. No, I got to stop. I have to stop waiting for people, right? And learn if people can't do something, I don't have to get mad. They don't have to get mad. Just say you can't do it. But my thing is, you keep your word, because I'm a person of my word. I don't care how long ago I said it. Even if I don't do it right then, I'm going to do it because I said it. And I stopped. My daughters taught me. My baby taught me. My oldest girl. I remember when I was young. I was a young mom, and I had all this energy. I had 3 kids at the time, and I used to always get excited because I was going to school. I was working full time, trying to take care of family, husband and kids. And I used to get excited because I always wanted to do things with my children, but I forgot I was doing all those things, like working and going to school. And I used to always tell my babies, oh, we're going to do this, that, and the other. And I never used to end up doing it because I didn't count the cost that I was going to be tired. I was going to be tired. And then by the time I get home, I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going. And my baby said, Mommy, She said it with a little attitude too. She said, "Mommy," she said, "Mommy, why?" And she said, "Why you always tell us you gonna do stuff and you never do it?" I just bust out laughing, but that thing hit me. That thing hit me in my soul. You hear me? The truth hurts, even coming from babes, out of the mouth of babes. And from that day forward, I stopped telling my kids I was gonna do something and didn't do it. I'd rather not tell them than tell them, because I was gonna set a bad example. She's 20 now. She told me that she was like 7. I stopped doing that. Oh yes, I did. I stopped doing that. Isn't that funny? Them kids gonna tell you. Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure the Bluetooth was off. Yeah, them children gonna tell you. Thank you all for the super stickers. I really appreciate it. But yes, them kids will tell you. I stopped that. I stopped that. I stopped. I'm like, no. I'm like, I can't. And then, you young. You trying to learn. I was a young mom. I started having my children when I was young. I had my first child when I was 20. I got pregnant at 19 and had them at 20 years old. But I was on my own too. I was already out. I had to move with my grandmother. But yeah, I had them kids back to back. Back to back. I'm glad I did too. I'm glad I had them young. At one point, any of you young parents started out young? At one point, I used to regret having my children young. And then once I got older and matured, I started thanking God that I had them young. I started thanking God. I'm like, I was so happy that I had them children young, because this body is not bodying when you're older. Look, my last one I had, I was 31. I was 31 years old, and from personal experience, I understand from personal experience, I understand that the body is not the same when you get older. When you have children younger, because at 20, 23, 26, when I was having them kids every 2 to 3 years, I bounced back. When I went back for my checkup, I was back down to my regular weight. When I was younger, that body used to bounce back. I still, had some old school beliefs and, ways and stuff, but I bounced back quick. That last one, I don't think I did was bounce. I didn't do no bounce back. I was just bounce, to be honest. Look, I gotta go, you all. With that last one, I bounced back. That little boy, he almost took me out of here for real. Real life. It's just the body wasn't the same. And I thank God. I said, you know what? After this one, that's it. My body was trying to hold on. It was trying to hold on. But I got to go get these girls before they call me and telling me I'm talking too much, because I know they're watching me. So I got to go pick them up. But it was nice talking to you all. Y'all be blessed, okay?